guys, it's your girl Nee here, and as you can see, I am in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, some of my enemies didn't think I can get here. They didn't want me to be here, and they didn't know how I was gonna get here. How I got here is the question, especially considering the fact that the borders have been closed and they're not opening up again until allegedly September 5th. Let me take you guys into the journey of what happened.
So only I would have a flight to Nigeria later today and currently on another flight to New York to go and pack the date of my flight. I can't make this stuff up. It's just flirting with me, I guess.
Not gonna lie, y'all, I am playing myself right now so much. I literally don't have that much time to even pack. I have not packed yet at all. As you guys know, I landed back in New York earlier today. I've been running errands since then. I have an appointment at 5 o'clock that I need to leave my house at least at 4 o'clock for. I have to be at the airport at like 8 o'clock. Again, I have not packed. I'm on my way home now to pack. And it's just a mess. Why do I do this to myself? Like really and truly, why do I do this to myself? I made it. Literally about to board my second flight of the day. Check me out. No, honestly, I'm never doing this again. It's super stressful. And you have no idea what it took for me to get to this point. I made it to my first layover, technically. Oh, what a flight that was. 9 hours, and I'm in Turkey. I've never been here before. It's a really nice airport though, from what I see. Really nice. I have a short layover before I head to my next destination. So stay tuned. All right, y'all, finally back in, and this is my hotel room for a bit. Honestly, I am not being picky at all. This is not even on my dime, okay? And I'm just so happy to have a bed and to lie down in something because I feel like I've been traveling forever. Anyway, let's go eat. Let me show you guys my food real quick. Oh, this smells amazing. Let's see how Benin gives it up. Let's see how Cotonou makes their food. Let's see. Good morning, guys. Today is day one in Africa. What am I saying? Oh my God. So honestly, I hate when people say things like I'm going to Africa, or I want to visit Africa one day, or I can't wait to go to Africa, because Africa is so big and it consists of so many different countries and towns and cities that y'all gotta put some more respect on Africa's name, okay? Currently, it is day one in Benin. I am specifically in Cotonou in Benin. This is my first time here ever. I'm literally only here for a little bit. You guys are gonna see where I'm headed. Yesterday was literally so stressful. So you guys know I came from New York, and it's like, where do I start? Should I start from the COVID testing that I had to do at Cotonou, or should I start from the layover in Turkey? Like, where should, let me just update you guys. My dear, when I tell you stress, when I tell you, okay, first of all, Tuesday morning at 6 a.m., I had to travel back to New York. So I literally had another flight in the morning. But shout out to my grandma and my mom, they really held it down, oh my God, with packing and everything, and Peace who dropped me. Anyway, so finally got to the airport. That was cool. There was a lot of people traveling. And the thing for me is, it's like, you know, I get to the airport and I'm just like, what are all these people doing here and where are they going? Like, y'all really be traveling now, huh? I too am one of those people. Like, where are you going, sis? Why are you traveling? Like, duh. First of all, the flight was late. Usual stuff. The flight was at night, whatever. Then I landed in Turkey. Turkey had a nice airport. Turkey was really beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. In terms of the airport, very nice. People were nice there as well. Okay, So I'm back on another flight, another 6 hours, because the flight from New York to Turkey was 9 hours, and then the flight from Turkey to Cotonou, Benin was 6 hours. We land at that airport and immediately we're hit with these little smoke machine temperature checking things where you have to go inside and they take your temperature. So let me tell you something right now. If you want to come to Cotonou, Benin, understand that they are not playing when it comes to COVID. They want to make sure that everyone is tested and healthy because they're not having it. So in any case, we go through that machine, then we sit down, and it's just so confusing, especially because Cotonou is like a French-speaking country as well, and I don't speak French at all. Like, I don't know a lick of French. So I was just struggling like, huh? What? We? You know, so that was that, right? So they take my COVID test. They took it by oral, and then they also tested me for antibodies. Very, very confusing, by the way, like just in terms of where to sit, what the process is someone coming to get me now? Not even gonna lie. So then I go see a doctor, right? Because I didn't tell you guys, but I may have either been exposed to COVID earlier this year or I may have actually had it because I was a little sick in March. So your girl, you know what I'm saying, got some antibodies, whatever. So yeah, so I have antibodies, right? And I'm now going to see a doctor. Like they put me in this room and I'm talking to this guy and he speaks French again and his English isn't that good, but it's good enough where we can kind of have a conversation. So I first sit down, right? And he's like, oh, what's this ring? Like, what does this ring mean? I was like, oh, it's just a ring. I was like, fashion? Just fashion ring? He said, oh, fashion. I said, yeah, fashion. I was trying to get my French on. Anyway, so yeah, so I tell him that, and I didn't really think much of that, but whatever. So then he's trying to explain to me that I have, that they took the blood test, and I have to wait for my other COVID test results, which is like the oral test that they either take by nose or mouth. In this case, they took it by my mouth in 3 days. So literally, I cannot leave Cotonou until 72 hours from now. Y'all know I'm not planning to stay here, right? Like this is just a stop. And the fact that we got here and it's gonna take 72 hours? Anyway, so he was telling me that and he's like, oh, basically he's telling me that I have antibodies, like they took my blood test and they found that. And I'm like, bro, I know. And the thing is, I got my COVID test before I left America as well. So I was trying to tell him that they don't care nothing about that, girl. They do not care where you came from. You must take this test. And you know why you must take this test? Because they're charging you for the test. You know how much they're charging you? It's either $165 or $185 for a COVID test that you can get for free. I was with my aunt last night and she told me that outside of the airport, the COVID tests are free. So why they're charging that much to take a COVID test inside an airport is just like, that's some highway robbery. I don't care. So in any case, so he's like, you know, taking, you know, like typing in my information, whatever. He asked me for a number. I was like, oh, I don't have a number here. He's like, oh, okay, your American one is fine. So I give him my American number. And then while we're talking, he's like, can you teach me English? I'm like,
I got a bad feeling about this.
Are we done here? Why are you asking me if I could, like, do I have English teacher on my forehead? I'm trying to understand. I said, so I'm just trying to laugh at this guy. Maybe he can get me to speed up the process faster because at this point, we've been at the airport probably now for like an hour and I didn't get my bags yet. And I don't want anyone taking my, like, I wanted to just go and get my bags. So I'm just like, yeah. You know, so I'm trying to go along with the joke. Maybe he can hook me up or something. I don't know, like get this process faster. So I was like, oh, you teach me French? If you teach me French? I was like, oh, teach English would be difficult, you know, for one day. He's like, no, not difficult. So he's smiling and I'm like, you know, what's next? So then he's like, okay, so you have to come back in 72 hours. They're gonna take your passport. So y'all, they took my Nigerian passports. They took my passport. They took my pride. And literally, you cannot get your passport until one, you pay for your COVID test, and then you also pick up your results in 72 hours. So the T is, we're gonna try to find out if we can speed that process up a little bit, but we'll find out if we can get it before 72 hours because 72 hours from then is Saturday. Ain't nobody got time to be here till Saturday. But in any case, so now we're done. So he starts to, so he writes his number down and I'm like, okay, like maybe if I have a problem, maybe he wants to help me. He seems like a really nice guy. Like maybe he wants to just talk and, you know, I don't know, figure it out. So he gives me his number, and then he's like, "Oh, the number you gave me is that you're on WhatsApp?" I say, "Yeah." Maybe this is another way to contact me about my test results if they should need it. I did think something was a bit strange about that, but you know. So I left the office, and then now my uncles that I travel with, they're already at baggage claim because they didn't have the antibodies, so their process was quicker. The blood test results was like quick. So like now I'm just waiting on the bus. Guys, at this point I'm so irritated. One, it's that time of the month. So I had cramps all throughout the flight and at the airport, you know, freaking Turkish Airlines was feeding us freaking sandwiches. You know, I wanted some rice, I wanted some chicken, I want that food, real food. Do you get? So it's just imagine that, and I was luggaging around my laptop, my camera bag, my bags. It was just too much. So it's a whole process, but we get our luggages and everything. So now I finally meet up with my aunt, and she's just trying to help us, you know, with getting settled in and stuff. So I'm talking to her about this doctor. I'm like, oh, like, he took my number. Was that okay for him to do? Like, is that normal? Or that, you know? She's like, she said, no. Okay, so he saw a fine girl. It's like, that's what happened. I said, what? So you telling me that I gave him my number, he gonna call me? Yo, I've never felt so naive and played in my life. Like, I had a feeling, but like, yeah, we in the middle of a pandemic. I'm trying to get to where I need to go. You taking my COVID test, you're not helping me out at all, but you have the time in all of this to ask for my number, sir? Really? So now if he should call me, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to block his number. That was just crazy. In either case, finally got to our hotel last night. That was good. And now I have another uncle that's coming later today, and we are actually about to go to a farm. He keeps on talking about this farm. I don't know about this farm. I don't know where we're going, what we're doing, but I'm in for a treat. So I'm just gonna kind of go get ready, take a shower, get dressed for the day. The driver should be picking us up soon. But so far so good. Cotonou seems very sweet. My aunt that I have here, she said she's been living here for like 14 years. It's so peaceful, so much different from Nigeria, she was saying. The people here are so chill. And you know, we'll see.
I am all ready for the day. We're about to move to like another hotel / farm. I mean, we'll see when we get there. Okay guys, so I just got to my hotel. Now what's special about this hotel is that it's actually on a farm. You believe it's the view for me? We have to just revisit it real quick because, wow, it's the view for me. Absolutely. What were you saying about Africa? What were you saying about Benin? Someone literally just told me that it's not Benin because that is a state in Nigeria. It's Benin. So Cotonou, Benin. I think that's how you say it. So in any case, PJs are on, mask is on, I'm about to wash this off. But tomorrow is gonna be a really early morning. I really should be sleeping right now because the way I'm gonna be hating myself in the morning, I wanna tell you guys, this whole passport COVID situation, I'm gonna explain more in the car tomorrow, but y'all, it's been a little stressful. But shout out to my plug. I'm gonna leave her undisclosed, but she's been holding it down and I'll tell you guys more about it tomorrow. But as of now, I'm just gonna go to bed and see you guys in the morning. Ça va? It's actually 7:09 a.m. I'm on my way to the airport because I have to go figure out this whole passport situation. So annoying, but I'll see you guys when I get there. So yeah, I'm finally on my way back from the airport and I got these. So the tea is, if you should get to Cotonou through this airport, they are going to detain your passports until you take a COVID test. And you will not get your passports back until 72 hours from the date that you land. Yeah.
What type of madness is that? Imagine someone seizing your passports. And also, did I tell you guys that you have to pay $200 to take a COVID test here? $200? And then, so the tea is, we didn't wait 72 hours. Almost 72 hours, but not quite. And shout out to my plug, that I'm not gonna even mention. She held it down because we did have to pay extra though to get our passports back immediately. Well, as soon as like 24 hours. But yeah, it was just so hectic. But finally got all of our passports. I can finally hear what, because that whole situation was stressful. Like, literally being at that airport and just, I'm just so mad that they're charging people $200 to take a COVID test, where outside of the airport in Cotonou it's free. In America, it's free. All right, y'all, finally back at the hotel, but I'm about to leave. Wow, this has been a nice few days. So, your girl is headed on a road trip. I'll tell you guys where I'm headed to when I get there.
My dear, as you can see, I am finally here. Honestly, looking back, I'm like, was it worth it? But in any case, I won't say too much. If you want to find out why I'm here, what I'm doing here, and what my week 1 of Lagos has been like, make sure you turn on your post notifications and subscribe so you will not miss any video I post. Your girl's gonna be consistent and we just gonna be posting so many videos. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.